Welcome back to Rich Words Music, where today we're looking at this. It's the Harley Benton SC Junior in this wonderful black finish with a tortoiseshell guard. A very striking look indeed, and of course most of you will recognise what this guitar is all about. The SC Junior is of course Harley Benton's nod to the Gibson Les Paul Junior, and this specific finish and look, I believe, has more than a little to do with Green Day and Mr. Billie Joe Armstrong, who once had a Gibson Les Paul Junior signature in black with a tortoiseshell guard and gold knobs, if I recall. So that is what this is a nod to. The Gibson guitar was a very limited edition, sold out very fast, I think, and so now Harley Benton has made it available at a much more affordable price to many, many more people, I guess. So okay, let's go just quickly into the specifications, because I know you're dying to hear it first, so am I. A little bit about it then. You've got a mahogany body and a mahogany neck, as you might expect for this kind of guitar. It's got an amaranth fretboard, amaranth being one of those affordable, cheaper woods than rosewood or ebony to use, that kind of thing. A black headstock up here completes the nice look. If I twist over to the back there, you'll see we've got some white, vintage-looking Wilkinson Deluxe tuners there. We've got a graphite nut here. The neck itself is a medium C shape. It's nice and comfortable in the hand. It's a gloss finish as well. The frets are medium jumbo, and there's 22 of those. The fretwork is very good. I'll talk more about the quality, I think, after the playing part, but the fretwork straight off the bat is very good. And here we get to what the SC Junior is all about. We've got a single Roswell P90 pickup there. No stackable options here. It's just a P90 hum and all. A single volume pot, a single tone pot. You stick the guitar in there and that's it. It's a simple rock and roll machine. There's a couple of modernizing points that Harley Benton have added to this model though. On the bridge here, it's a wraparound, as you'd expect from a Les Paul Junior, but here you've actually got intonatable saddles per string, so you can actually tinker with the guitar's intonation a bit more than you could on a traditional Gibson Les Paul Junior model. And if I flip it over to the back here, you'll see, now let's twist it that way actually, that the cutaway is actually slightly more tailored to people who might want to play up at the dusty end of the fingerboard. That's it then. Those are the specs of the Harley Benton SC Junior. We're going to play it now. I shall use my Hughes & Kettner Black Spirit 200 head on the clean channel. We'll use the Greer Lightspeed overdrive for a bit of light crunch and a bit of medium gain. And when I do the drop D heavy stuff at the end, we'll use the Rev G3 distortion pedal. Enough talk, let's play it, and then we'll speak about it again afterwards. Okay then, so that was the Harley Benton SC Junior, and I hope you enjoyed the tones. I really did. I have to say straight off the bat, I'm amazed at how versatile this guitar actually is. You know, people talk about single pickup guitars and old Les Paul Juniors and say, I would really miss having a neck pickup. What am I going to do if I just have one bridge pickup here and one tone control? I'm going to be so limited. Well, of course you can't genuinely replicate the sounds and the tonality of a neck pickup, but these single pickup guitars, like the Les Paul Junior, like the Fender Esquire, they have a certain amount of magic to them. And there is actually a scientific bit of information behind that. You know, not having a neck pickup here affects the magnetic pull on the strings, and that apparently is what helps give these guitars so much of their mojo. Actually, the YouTuber Rhett Shull did a really interesting video about that quite recently. I shall link to that in the cards or the description so you can have a watch of that after you've finished watching this. But my thoughts on the Harley Benton quality-wise then are that it's actually really good. You know, I said in the intro that the frets themselves, nice and smooth, no problems with rough fret ends or anything like that. The Wilkinson Deluxe tuners, fine. They do the job absolutely fine. The graphite nut, no problems at all. Tuning, stability was good. Moving down to the body then, the WSC wraparound bridge has the 6 intonatable saddles there, so I'm not going to have a problem with intonation if I change strings or do any other work on the guitar. The Roswell P90 excelled at that P90 thing. It's a tiny little bit weedy. It's a quite low output vintage P90, so you've got to boost it a bit or put some crunch on, but once you do, it gives you beautiful tones beyond anything that I actually could have imagined at this price point. I didn't miss a neck pickup for a second. You know, I rolled the tone back for a few of the cleaner playing clips. I rolled the volume down a little bit as well, and this guitar gave me much more than I thought it was going to. One issue I saw with quality control, well, I don't know if it's a quality control issue or what it was, is this. Take a look at the binding here on the top side. Nice and dark black, matches the fretboard pretty much. Now take a look at it on the other side. Yeah, so I think what they've done there is actually literally miss it in the factory. I think the Harley Benton team have just either not put binding on, or they've just lacquered over the bare wood there. And for me, it's not a problem at all. You know, I didn't notice it when I went to buy the guitar, and the guy who had the guitar before me didn't notice it when he had it for a few months. It doesn't affect playability or anything like that in any way. It's just kind of a really bizarre oversight. But on the other hand, I sort of have a beautiful one-off freak here, which I think matches me pretty well in a way, so I'm totally happy with that. Not a problem at all. I could imagine if you were buying this new, or if you were really looking for something perfect and you saw that, you'd send it back, you'd get a replacement, no questions asked, no problem there. Like I said, not a problem for me, but something worth noting. And I'm happy that I noticed it, because for the first couple of days I had the guitar, I did not notice it at all. Okay then, so there's not a whole lot more that you can say. This guitar rocked, snarled and growled its way through all the playing samples that I did with it. It handled everything all the way up to the metal really well and stayed really chuggy and tight. Now when you were using the Rev G3 for the metal parts there, if you were doing that seriously, I think you'd need a noise gate, because you've got all of that beautiful P90 hum there. But for everything else, it was really open, mid-rangey, honky, raw, a little bit aggressive, and just full of attitude, and I really enjoyed playing it, and I desperately hope that that comes through in the playing samples there. Then leave me your thoughts down in the comments. Tell me if you liked the sound of this guitar, or if you absolutely need to have a neck pickup in your life. That's it for today's video though. I hope you're enjoying the Rich Words music channel. There's many more silly guitar based videos to come, a few more cool interviews planned, and a lot more is going to be going on in 2021. So please stick around, like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more music and guitar gear based videos, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.